Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time with us, my name's Elena and today we are finishing up the cast of Shira, like the Shira reboot that was made for Netflix by Noelle Stevenson, God of Lesbians. Anyway, yeah, this is just basically like the Princess Alliance, all of the all the people that aren't like necessarily part of the main cast, but are important side characters. So Mermista, Seahawk, Entrapta, the Ice Princess, I don't know, Natasa, and all of them, basically. I really just want this footage to be off my laptop so that I have some space to record things again. But yeah, so Happy New Year, I guess. One of my resolutions is to post at least once a week. Hopefully more often than that, but I don't know how busy I'm going to be next semester. So I think hopefully I'll have like a little bit more consistent upload schedule next semester. Maybe I can actually pick a day that's my official day. So we'll see about that. My other resolution is to not see any photos of Post Malone. I feel like I deserve that in my life, you know? I just feel like I shouldn't have to see his face. I just shouldn't. Anyway, Mermista was fun to make, because I really love the voice actress, especially, so I got to, like, just watch endless clips of her. But yeah, the actual, like, I think the hair was perfect immediately. It did kind of annoy me that you can't see her ears, because I wanted to give her all her little earrings that she has, because they're cute, but whatever. Again, shout out to Noelle Stevenson for all the body diversity on this show, because Mermista's just like, she's got the thighs, she's like built like she can swim real far, real fast. Anyway, pretty hungover today. This is not a family-friendly channel in that sense. I know that I'm making the cast of a children's cartoon, but last night I went out for New Year's Eve, and it was special. I drank like 6 or 7 kinds of alcohol, which is like just a really good choice that I made. I kissed a random guy in line who had the personality of a untoasted bagel. And now I'm eating a Wendy's 4 for $4 and trying to recover some of my humanity. I feel like it was a good way to ring in the new year, you know? Like I did something kind of dumb and messy and impulsive, and that's the vibe that I'm going for. My official thesis for 2019 is I will not have any weak bitch energy. I really tried to live by that rule all of this fall, but it didn't work always. To me, weak bitch energy is like not deciding to do things. So if I'm just lying there in my bed not because I decided to lie in my bed, but because I haven't decided to do anything else at all, that's weak bitch energy. If I don't go to something just because deciding to go to it is like hard, weak bitch energy. So that's where we're at for this year. And, you know, I'm a big fan of holidays. I really like just the whole concept of having an official start over point for everybody. I feel like that's really fun. And I love a good theme, so getting to dress up on a specific night where everybody else will also be dressed sparkly was really fun. It was a good time. I got to hang out with my friends that I haven't seen in a while. I also, brief side note that's actually about the video. I know that she wears pants during the princess, princess prom episode, but to me it was really important to maintain the like South Asian-ness of her outfit, because I feel like that's a really cool part of her character design and something that I really like that's included. So I did give her the like sari type dress instead. Anyway, so back to me, the most important person here. I really had an excellent time over the past couple days just catching up with friends that I no longer live near and so therefore hardly ever see. I went to the cottage of one of my very best friends from, I don't know what I'm doing. Here, I really don't. If I was a less lazy person, I would cut this part out, but I'm not. I'm very lazy, so there we go. Yeah, so one of my very best friends, who I've known since we were 8, I wanted to make her workout outfit look like a mermaid thing, but didn't quite work. So her family, like, rents a little cottage, like, they have a cottage that they rent out to people, up, like, further north in Michigan, and we went there, and for just, like, a couple days, we didn't really have a whole lot of internet. We all still had, like, phone data, but, like, it was nice and isolated, and there was just, like, 6 of us. There were 6 of us, and we just kind of hung out, and had a really good time, and we went walking on the beach, and I felt very happy without, like, thinking about whether or not I was happy. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. If you watch a lot of YouTube videos, you probably have a little bit of an anxious streak. That's not something I have evidence for. It's just a hunch that I have. So, yeah, I just had an excellent little weekend there, and then I got to go out with my friends again last night in, like, the non-wholesome version. Like, when we were at the cottage, we made puzzles the entire time. We literally, like, made puzzles and played, like, card games and Scrabble, and we did get drunk, but that was, like, a side thing. And we ate vegan food the whole time, because my friend Allison is a vegan, like, chef. She's not actually a chef, she's a ballet dancer, but she loves to cook, and she is a vegan. So we had delicious vegan food the entire time. So I have so much fiber in my body right now. I feel great. I did just eat the 4 for 4, but it's all about baby steps, you know? It's all about baby steps. So, yeah, I got to explore both sides of my trash personality. Just right in a row with my bestest friends. I realized this is something that if you also are a trash person, you may have experienced, or you will experience in the future. But just, I think the most fun part of, like, going out, like, drinking or to bars or whatever, is not the actual going out, but it's the recap the next day of just all the dumb crap that you did. So we got to do that this morning, and it was delightful. And even though my parents were in the next room watching football, so we had to be a little subtle about it. But yeah, I don't know. I hope that you guys had a good holiday season, whatever holidays you celebrate. I got to hang out with every single person that I could possibly have wanted to, really. And I feel refreshed. I feel like I can go back to school and be happy. Well, happy is, like, very optimistic. But I can go back to school and be on a good, like, fresh page. Okay, so Seahawk, I, like, looking at the character design for him, I think he has, like, monolid eyes. I'm not 100% sure, but so I kind of gave him, like, vaguely Asian features, like, I guess, I'm trying to think of, like, a good, I don't really have, like, a nationality in mind for him necessarily, but I feel like based on how he looks in the show, he's probably supposed to appear sort of, like, I want to say, like, Taiwanese is what seems correct in my head. But yeah, I would like to thank the Cats and Dogs Pack for this excellent mustache, without which Seahawk would not have been complete. I didn't really know what to do with his clothes for a lot of this, but it was fun to try. He just has that kind of fun metro, like, pirate captain-y thing. I really have a soft spot in real life for outfits that make you look like a hot pirate, so I had a good time with this. What else have I been up to? What else have you been up to? I, like, went to, I haven't done a whole lot, honestly. I've been hanging out with my family, and, I went to Aquaman with my family, which is the worst movie, and I'm saying this as somebody who watched God's Not Dead in theaters. Aquaman is maybe, like, the worst movie I've ever seen. And I've seen, like, some bad movies, because, like, the LGBT section on Netflix is dark. It is a dark place. But, so Aquaman, let's discuss. I went into this thinking it might be good. I knew that the reviews were bad, but I have a good time often with bad movies. or like movies that are like critically panned or whatever. Like if it's goofy and corny and I can like not take things that seriously, if the structure of the movie is kind of like wild, all of that is right up my alley. I'm big into tacky stuff, but Aquaman is, first of all, it's 2.5 hours long, which is an amount of time that I would be willing to look at Jason Momoa were he not saying the stupidest dialogue in the entire world. Like, somebody got paid money to write the script for Aquaman, a movie which has now made like $600 million. Somebody got paid to write the script for that, and it was still somehow so horrific that we could, like, me and my family are a bunch of assholes, right? This is the people that I come from. So we were all sitting in 2 rows in this movie theater surrounded by, like, teens that were, like, hanging out with their friends and, like, little kids who were all excited because they love Aquaman, I guess. I don't really know if anybody has, like, a big Aquaman, like, passion, but somebody must. So we were in the theater sitting, like, pretty much smack dab in the middle, surrounded by people who, like, chose to be there. And the entire time, every time there was, like, a serious moment, we all just absolutely lost it. Like, there's a moment where, oh gosh. There's a moment where Aquaman's mother, who is played by award-winning actress, I can't remember. Hang on. I'm going to keep this in. I'm going to keep in the time where I'm looking for the name of Aquaman's mom. But, like, a really critically acclaimed actress, I think she has, like, some Oscars and stuff, playing Aquaman's mother, who at one point has to give him a speech. Like, 90% of this movie, I would say, is people convincing Aquaman, who, by all accounts, should not be the ruler of things because he has no experience in the political realm. And he, like, just got into the, you know, like, he's, like, just barely knows where Atlantis is. And the entire movie is people convincing him, like, no, this is a great choice. This is a great choice that we're making, that you should be king. It's amazing. And so at one point his mom goes, maybe you won't be a king for Atlantis, but what's better than a king? And, like, the natural thing you would say to that would be, like, a queen. No, she goes, what's better than a king? A hero. It was amazing. I have never laughed so hard at a movie you're not supposed to laugh at in my life. Yeah, okay, so Scorpia is the love of my life. I had a very good time making her. Obviously, there were some things that I couldn't quite do. Like, the sort of, like, sculpture-y headpiece that she has, because Scorpion Princess. But I felt like the cheek contouring worked well enough. Had a lot of fun, and by fun, I mean a horrible time picking out her outfit, because she had another one that's, like, it's very distinctive. It needs to be right, but it just is difficult. There's just not a lot that looks correct. But she's just a big beefy lady, and I love her. So this dress is pretty goddamn accurate to the Princess Prom episode. Like, I felt good about that. Anyway, back to me. So, yeah, and one of the other crimes of the movie Aquaman, let's just talk about the crimes of Aquaman. Like the crimes of Grindelwald, but, like, without Johnny Depp in it, at least, so there's that. It does, in fact, however, have Amber Heard, one of the most beautiful women ever made, and also used to be married to Johnny Depp, and left him for very good reason, because he's an abusive dickwad. Like, restraining order against him, whole big thing, probably a very traumatic experience for her. Anyway, she is absolutely stunning. Like, she looks like the female version of Jensen Ackles from Supernatural, who I think is he has like one of the most perfect possible arrangements of facial features. But, so, gorgeous woman. She's like, can act pretty decently, I think. I haven't seen her do, like, a whole lot of serious things. I've only seen her in, like, yeah, like, action movie stuff. So not that action movies can't be serious, but you know what I'm talking about. I haven't seen her do a lot of, like, heavy-hitting stuff. But she plays the love interest of Jason Momoa. And she has, again, one of the most perfect faces in the entire world. And they put her in a, like, $10 Party City red wig. There's an entire kingdom of mer people, because Aquaman's a lot of it takes place underwater. Entire kingdom of them that all have this horrible red hair. Like, just in case you're, like, confused about the fact that they come from the ocean. It's like, see, it's like Ariel. It's like Ariel. And you're like, I'm not stupid. Stop treating me like I'm stupid, guy who directed Aquaman. Second crime of Aquaman is that they tried to keep it too slapsticky, I think, which works really well for some hero movies. Like, for instance, Thor Ragnarok, the best Marvel movie ever made. I will not take Black Panther. One of the best Marvel movies ever made. By far the best of the, like, original core Avengers movies. Like, it's up there with, like, The Winter Soldier. Like, it's that good. Like, we stan Thor Ragnarok. That movie is really goofy and slapstick and amazing. Aquaman was like, so Jason Momoa is from Boston for some reason. Great. His mom is Nicole Kidman. That's who the actress is. Nicole Kidman is his mother. And she's like a warrior queen lady from the sea. For some reason, she's like up here. We don't really know why. She falls in love with the literal first guy she sees, who, actually, fun fact, Jason Momoa's father was played by the same guy who voiced Moana's dad. So that was cool, you know, got that Pacific Islander representation happening. We love that. But yeah, so she falls in love with him. Like, it can't take itself that seriously. It's just sort of like a doofy plot line in general. But the director of Aquaman, who I'm sure will cry himself to sleep for the next 3 weeks on his bed of money, also directed Saw, The Conjuring, and Insidious, aka some of the most popular horror movies of all time. And they had one shot in the movie where Jason Momoa and Amber Heard are swimming down through like this huge swarm of scary sea creatures, and they're holding like an emergency flare because the sea creatures are afraid of the light. And it's like this absolutely like bone-chilling shot of just Jason Momoa and Amber Heard diving down through all these like creatures that are swarming around them like a fish herd, and you really can't see the end of them. You can't see through them. They're just like every single spot that could possibly be occupied by a creepy fish monster is occupied by one. And it was actually an amazing moment. And that was it. That was like the only time they let him be scary. Like, you hire the guy who directed Saw and you're not going to let him be scary? What's wrong with you? Anyway, DC is a mess and Wonder Woman is the only good DC movie. Sorry, no sorry. Okay, the Batman trilogy was like pretty good. But still. Anyway, further into the crimes of the Aquaman movie. I know this is super fun for you to listen to me talk about the Aquaman movie instead of like paying attention to what's going on screen. I'm making Plumeria. She's in love with Shira, which is relatable. We all know her. We all love her. She's cute. I wanted to give her lighter eyebrows than this, but it was hard because they look stupid. You know, that's pretty much it. She's cute and girly. And has adorable freckles. And I dressed her in a lot of like swooshy floral things. Her initial outfit is that like long cardigan outfit. It's got like kind of the kimono type thing over top of it. You know what I'm talking about? Well, obviously you do because you just saw it. But I wanted to find her like a long dress that was very like whooshy and dramatic and stuff. But none of them looked correct. Like, it had to be very like flowy and florally and all that stuff. And really the closest that I could find was that one outfit. It was like with Glimmer, I needed her to have a little bit of like swooshiness in her outfit because it just made her look more glimmery. Same thing for Plumeria. But she is beautiful, and I did give her a lot of pink makeup because I love wearing pink makeup. And I relate to Plumeria. Anyway, I do like putting Sims in the cute floral options of things that came in. I want to say like the Romantic Garden pack. That's one of my favorite ones, honestly, like of the stuff packs. Love the Romantic Garden stuff pack. Back to the crimes of Aquaman. I really, like I said, I just kind of want to get this whole voiceover kind of out of the way. I'm not trying to make it good. You know, I just want this footage off my laptop so I can continue building my rainbow mansion. That's a thing that's coming up. I have so many hours of video footage of me building this stupid rainbow mansion, and it looks amazing so far. Yeah, so what else was bad about Aquaman? Okay, so imagine that somebody's like, you're gonna make a movie about an ocean superhero. You have so much aesthetic freedom. You can kind of go whatever direction you want with it as long as he's wearing the outfit that we put him in for Justice League. as long as that's there, you can kind of do whatever. Which, honestly, they could have given a different outfit. Let's be real. So, yeah, no restrictions other than that. There's the comic that already exists. Work off of it. And imagine that you take all of the possible aesthetics you could ever conceive of for the ocean. All the cool, like, coral reefs and the busy, highly detailed structures and the, like, swarms of fish. And, like, sea creatures are some of the most aesthetically interesting things in the entire world. Like, you've got, like, spiny lionfish and, like, whales and like, all kinds of cool shit. And you make everything look like the Apple Store. They were like, let's have a sick water kingdom. And I think the design element we want to go for is smooth white surfaces. Yawn, I'm bored. Give me literally anything else. They did have a tribe of, like, mermaid people who looked really cool. They looked, like, very fishy and interesting. I would watch an entire movie about them. I would watch an entire movie about the crab people that they had, who were also dope. They all kind of looked like Scorpia a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? They just had, like, carapaces and stuff, and they had this sick, ginormous war crab monster machine thing. I would die for them. Would have so much rather watch a movie about the crab people. Like, the kingdom that they spent the most time with, literally just everything was white and glossy and smooth. And everybody was wearing shoes underwater for some godforsaken reason. Like, it makes sense that you would need some kind of padding on your like, feet if you're swimming around, like, pushing off of different things a lot. But, like, why then wouldn't you also have it on your hands? Wouldn't you, like, also be pushing off of things with your hands? In, like, a low gravity environment like that? What's wrong with you? Anyway, Entrapta was cute. I wanted to give her better hair. It was really hard. These are, like, we don't have a lot of pigtail options here. And the Sims, you know, for adults. Entrapta has this amazing magical girl hair that can grab stuff, as you probably know. So it did pain me to give her the Liberty Lee bang, like, pigtail bang combination thing. Looks super cute on Liberty Lee, don't get me wrong, but Entrapta deserved more. She did also, I actually, like, went through and promoted Entrapta, like, all the way up to the top of the science career so that I could give her that, like, sick headpiece thing. So you're welcome. So the household actually has, like, a decent amount of money, which is fun. But yeah, Entrapta, she's a great time. I support her. I don't know, pink eyes. She has the cool purple hair. She's just a cool lady. I had a lot of trouble, obviously, as you can see, with her outfit, because she wears this very, like, almost like, sort of like the vibe of Kate McKinnon from the Lady Ghostbuster movie, the 2016 or something Ghostbuster movie, where it's very, like, functional and, like, utility, and she's got, like, utility belts and things like that, and she always wears the same outfit, which is fun, because it's a cartoon, but, like, more than anybody else, she wears the same outfit. Like, when she goes to the Princess Prom, she's still wearing the same outfit, which, now, then I had to invent all her outfits. But, yeah, I did end up going with this kind of, just because it stuck to the spirit of Entrapta. She's got the cargo pants, so she can put all her, like, little gadgets in her pockets, and she's got a very, like, futuristic looking, like, front panel on that shirt with the honeycomb thing. I don't know. Honeycomb pattern just, to me, looks very technology. Yeah, so, anyway, Entrapta, back to how bad Aquaman was. I know that you're all so excited to hear more about this. But, yeah, I have never enjoyed seeing a movie in theaters less. Which I hate to say, because even bad movies, I just like the experience of being in a theater. Like, I like that you can kind of do a little bit of commentary with whoever's next to you, and you're just going about doing, like, it's like being in your living room, like, reclining, because movie theaters are trying to get you to come in again, so their chairs are really nice, at least in the one in my hometown. I genuinely love going to movies. I watched Love, Simon in theaters 3 times. Like, partially because I liked crying, but a lot because it's a fun experience to, like, go with people to the movie theater. But seeing 2.5 hours of the absolute worst script that I have ever had the joy of experiencing And, like, I watched the Avatar The Last Airbender live action movie. I've seen some shit. But Aquaman, it really just... everything about it. Do you know Julie Andrews was in Aquaman? She's the voice of this monster thingy. And that is, I mean, a real low point for Julie Andrews. Honestly, like, that poor lady. Her, like, nephew or some shit talked her into doing this voice. And now she forever is in the credits of the worst superhero movie made ever. Period. Like, including some of the, like, really messy later Avengers things where they're just trying to do too much. So much worse than that. So much worse. I'm astounded. But it also makes me very hopeful. Because, like, I might not be a very successful writer yet. But I can write better than the person who did that script. And they made $600 million. So, you know, I'll get there. Allow me to admit to you that I failed to look up Frosta's, like, character. They have, like, character profiles for each of the princesses that you can find online that show Frosta's normal outfit, because when you see her in the show, she's, like, dressed for Princess Prom, and I did not see that before I made Frosta, and so she wears an outfit that's not actually accurate. It makes me sad, but I don't care. I put her in coats for every single thing, even I think for, like, the summer outfit, just because I thought it was funny. I don't know. I have a hard time making cute kids on The Sims. I don't know what it is, but they always turn out kind of scary. I don't know. She's kind of cute, though. Like, right? She's a little cute. Had a hard time picking her hair, because, again, all the hair options for kids are, like, kind of horrible. I did like giving her the tiara. I think I gave her the tiara for her formal outfit, because she definitely wears it during Princess Prom. She's supposed to wear it with her normal outfit, but she just doesn't. Yeah. So who else likes that Vine where he's like, I heard that this girl died here when she was like 9 or something, and the little girl's voice goes, I'm 11, so shut the fuck up. Which is the spirit that I was going for with Frosta. I kind of like that she looks a little bit, like, salty, you know? She's just kind of a salty kid. Gave her the angry trait because she seems like she kind of, like, reacts a lot to anger. So, anyway, that's just, like, a fun thing. I also made her mom's, Natasha and the other one, who I believe is voiced by Noelle Stevenson, and I'll remember her name in just a little bit. But because they're already, like, a couple, and Frosta needed to be attached to an adult in the household, yeah, so she's got lesbian moms who are very lovely. And one of them has Janelle Monáe hair, and I would die for Natasha. Anyways. So, yeah. I really, like, I didn't have to pay any money to see Aquaman. I know, I'm back on my bullshit. I didn't have to pay any money to see it, but somebody did. My dad did. And that was probably the most wasted thing he's ever paid for. And my dad has paid for some dumb stuff. Fun story, actually, about the going out on New Year's thing. I paid so much money for an Uber, like more than I have ever paid in my life, I think. Except for I took a very expensive Uber from the airport to my brother's house in New York. But yeah, the Uber home from, like, the 45-minute Uber ride in the middle of the night on New Year's Eve was a little bit rough. But it was kind of like a fun, I never go out anyways, so this, I was just, like, throwing everything into the ring. I got paid before I went home from school, and I feel good about everything that's going on in life. So, you know, you have an expensive Uber once, doesn't kill you, or at least in this particular situation, it did not kill me, so that's alright. I'm alright with it. I'm also very bad with money, as you can definitely tell. So I gave all of the princesses, like, the names of, like, their last names. I made them all the kingdom that they come from. So for for Entrapta, like she's from the Kingdom of Drill, so her last name is Drill, whatever, but with Natasha and her wife, whose name I cannot remember for my life. Because I'm pretty sure that the other lady, I don't remember her name at all, that she was voiced by Noelle Stevenson, and so I just made them both Stevensons. So if we ever find out what kingdom Natasha is from, then I'll change that, but that's kind of it. They do have, God bless, the perfect hair for Natasha in The Sims, which is such a rare and beautiful occurrence when you just see a hair and you immediately know that's the correct hair. Anybody else? Just me? That's fine. And I know that I could like download a bunch of CC hairs and stuff, but I really like being able to upload stuff to the gallery. And I like not having to really keep up a CC collection that hard, because I hate when I delete some CC and I go back into my game and everybody's like bald or whatever. Like, I'm not good at keeping up detail range and stuff like that, so I have a CC folder, but it's ugly. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just having a very exciting Christmas break. I really want to get on to doing voiceovers for other videos that I am more excited about. Not that I don't love Shira still, because I do. It's just that this is a long voiceover. I can already tell that you're bored. I'm a little bit bored. I really could, if I wanted to, just stop here and put some royalty-free music in there. And I still might do that. But anything else at all that you need to know about these households? Not really. I kind of just guessed a little bit with the traits for Natasha and Natasha plus wife. So I gave them the soulmate thing just because I really like doing that when there's characters that already are like married. Makes them happy like all the time. And then just kind of threw in some basic things, like, because she has like 4 minutes of screen time, probably closer to 2, and she gets like 6 to 8 lines of dialogue, and you're not really working with a whole lot. But that's one of my favorite activities, is filling in canon gaps. That's why I write fan fiction. That's what I've been doing actually lately. Writing fan fiction it's already embarrassing that I have this YouTube channel at the age of 22. So it doesn't really matter if I tell you that. But yes, I've been writing a lot of fan fiction this break. I should probably try writing some things that I can submit for publication to things, but that sounds like a lot of work. I'm a little busy, so we got that going. That's a current life conflict for me. Natasha was fun to dress because I really like her color scheme. Yeah, one thing that I do have to call bullshit on is that the fact that there's no snow on the ground right now in Michigan. Like, there's just not. I'm looking out my window right now. 0 snow. I spent all semester talking a big talk about how it's so cold up here and it's so snowy in the winter. There's no snow. And it's like been cold, but the snow is what makes it impressive. Spinnerella, that's what her wife's name is. So Spinnerella is the one who's played by Noelle Stevenson. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that, but I think she is. Again, good body diversity. Because Spinnerella is like a plus size hero lady, which I think is not super common at all. And I love that. I also totally guessed with her traits. So, yeah. So, the Cult Let's Play that I posted 1 episode of, and have yet to record the 2nd episode because my game has been laggy, and I don't feel like dealing with it, is, like, a lot of the girls in that house have the hair that I gave to Spinnerella, both Spinnerella and Plumeria. So every time I look at that hair, I just think, like, yes. Yes, my cult characters, which was unproductive. Yeah, I got a My Favorite Murder fan cult subscription this year, which was really fun for Christmas. My sister knows me really well. She got me that fan cult subscription, and I got her a t-shirt that says, buy your own shit, get a job, buy your own shit, stay out of the forest, which I am jealous of. And if I had gotten it in person, I definitely would have kept it. So I just had to order it to her house in Milwaukee. All three, me and my siblings were like home for the holidays at the same time for like multiple days, which was wild. That never happens. At least not anymore. Like, I think last Christmas, my brother and my sister, like, missed each other by a couple days, which sucks, because he lives in New York, and he's broke. So, like, it's not like he can, like, visit a whole ton. And she lives in Milwaukee, and she's also broke. Like, she has, like, a real job and stuff, but they both have real jobs. But it's, like, young adult millennial real jobs where they don't make very much. But, yeah, as opposed to me, a young adult who also doesn't make very much, but it's not technically like a real job. It's being a student. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys had good holidays. I really enjoy this time of year, but I know not everybody does. So if your family sucks, I'm your mom now. And your dad. I'm both of them. I'm your mom, dad, combo person. You can address me as either mom or dad, but I do prefer to be called mother, father. And I got you great Christmas presents because I think about your interests. I know about your interests and I think about you a lot. Here, have the Get Famous expansion pack. I know, it's just what you wanted. I had a hell of a time picking out Spinnerella's outfit, I'm not gonna lie, because she wears this little, like a leotard bodysuit type of deal, which another thing that I really love is that they, like, put her in, like, a latex superhero, like, not latex, like a lycra superhero outfit, like the, like, classic, like, tights and, like, leotard onesie type of deal, and I feel like that's really cool for a fat character to have. So, yeah. Good job, Shira reboot. You did not go the way of Voltron, the Legendary Defender, and for that, I have to be grateful. Anybody else think it was really funny that Shira got married to a side character that we got, like, 3 lines of dialogue from? Super great. I think the word that people are using for that phenomenon now is called, like, queerentining, like, where as soon as you have a character that's officially not straight, they have to be, like, kept away from all the other characters, and, like, their storylines have to be, like, shelved a little bit, because, like, you can't have them thinking that the other characters are gay. You have this one gay, and then none of the rest of them are allowed, which is why Shira is so good. Anywho, I had some feelings about that when I watched season 8 of Voltron, which maybe is a sign that I should stop watching cartoons. I'm not going to, but I will acknowledge that that's maybe a sign from the universe that I should stop watching cartoons. Anyway, we're coming up onto the end of the video. I literally don't know if I will have the energy or, like, fucks to give to put screenshots in. I probably should just to make them comparable, but, like, there's so much work. How am I gonna survive when I get back to school if I think that this is work? Like, fuck me, right? I don't know. I'm excited about this semester because I kind of know what I'm doing, but I feel the pressure more and more intensely to have, like, a thesis idea picked out and everything. So, real stress hours, but I did have good holidays, and I hope you did too. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I hope you appreciate you, and I will see you all next time.